New York City plans on spending $53 million on migrants. So I'll break it down in the video, but I just want to say this, and I need for y'all to understand what's going on right here. The mayor of New York is basically either going to go to jail or he's going to pay these migrants, says the Democrats.
Bad lungs. Lungy. Hey, Patter, let this play out, baby. This shit's so mean. Check me right here. I'm on another level. What about this part, Pat? Check it.
Hey, Dana. Well, New York City says to start, 500 migrants are going to receive these prepaid cards that can only be used at bodegas and grocery stores for food and baby supplies. But if it expands to all migrants, it'll cost the city $53 million. To put that number in perspective, that is more than double what the New York State is budgeting to spend in 2025 for its Department of Veterans Services, or its Office of National and Community Service, or its Division of Human Rights. And it's more than double what New York State plans to spend on its state cancer services program. New York City says each migrant will get approximately $12.52 per day to purchase food and baby supplies. But that's about 40% more than what the average low-income American got per day in government food stamps or SNAP benefits in 2022 at $7.59 per person per day. Now, the city argues the prepaid debit cards will save it $7 million in costs for feeding these migrants. Overall, New York City and the state will spend $15 billion through 2025 on the migrant crisis, providing a laundry list of services, including shelter, legal help, English classes, mental health, public education, and healthcare. And look, currently healthcare is free for migrants in the city. It's the most costly expense, accounting for about half of the $4.7 billion that the city spent on the migrant crisis this past year. Experts warn the cost of services for illegal migrants from New York to California are simply unsustainable.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So the people that you have elected in New York City to run our city, take care of our monies that we pay taxes, and to make sure that everything is ship-shape for Americans, is giving all of your money to migrants. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I have a big heart for people, just in general. I wish that it was easier to be nice to human beings. It's not easy. There's a lot of garbage people out here in the world. There are a lot of garbage people. But we care about people and we want good things to happen for people. So I want to be clear about this. When the American citizen pays taxes, whatever those taxes might be, remember, we pay taxes at all times. When you pay taxes when you get your check, you pay taxes when you catch your check. You pay your boss cashes on the money that he paid taxes on the money that he paid, giving you the money in the check that you're gonna go cash. So the government is just you paying taxes on the things that you buy with the money that was already taxed by the government. So we're taxed out of the wazoo. These monies that they're taxing us for, remember, every time they raise taxes, they say Americans need this, Americans need that. Also, because I just want to throw this in there, often when they raise taxes, they're talking about Social Security and schools. But those are also the first places they go to take money from. So that part, in any regard, currently, these elected officials that you all have elected, I'm not saying whether they're Democrat or Republican. Right now, we're just going to talk about the New York State, New York area elected officials and the elected officials that deal with the migrant situation in general. So there's two things that I want to say, and I just want y'all to understand, because they already knew that this was going to happen. When I say this, I mean they already knew wherever they shipped these migrants to, problems were going to ensue. Remember, they were trying to ship them to the Republican states. Remember? They were trying to ship migrants initially to all of the places where they don't win. So they were shipping them to Republican-ran cities. Those Republicans said, no, they're not allowed here. We don't even want them to come across the border. So then they start shipping them to New York. I'm going to say this again because I don't think many people understand how this came about. The Democrats imported the migrants, and then they shipped the migrants to places where historically they lose elections. Those people that run those areas, being Republicans, said, we didn't sign up for this. We don't even think you should let these people in the country like this. This is irresponsible. So then they start shipping them to New York and Chicago and places like that, or at least they said that they were. And our mayor, with his big mouth, jumped out the window and labeled New York City a sanctuary city. Now, once they did that, now everybody is shipping their unwanted migrants to New York. Now, for everybody that's saying they want them to replace us black people, you are not wrong. But the reason why the borders were initially opened up was so that they can have them flood areas where Republicans generally vote, and so that they can vote Democrat. I think that that's important that people know this. Because currently, they're shipped to all of the places that Democrats generally win. There is no more need to import more migrants. New York City has one of the worst homeless epidemics in America. Why would you send more people here that don't got homes? And for people that really don't understand why the mayor is powerless, every time he pushes back, that chick pops up out the woodwork and say he did an essay against her. Assault of the adult kind. I don't know if anybody else is noticing that. Every single time this mayor, because he already screwed up, but every time this mayor tries to say no more migrants, or he goes against whatever the migrant agenda is, all of a sudden, SA charges pop up out of nowhere. Now, this dude probably, I doubt he's clean. But that's how they hurt you when you're right. When you're right, they throw out incredibly wild claims against you. Now, I just want to say something. I'm going to close out. This is the wild part. Listen to this. 53, they only spending 29 million on veterans. Forget all that other stuff they was talking about. I don't even care. They should do better with every other category should get more love. Don't get this confused. I care, but I'm saying as far as our veterans are concerned, I have no idea why they're not the first people on the fucking front of the bread line. Part of my language. I don't understand why we not taking care of the veterans before almost anybody. Only person we should be taking care of before the veterans is babies. That's it. If it's not a baby, we should be taking care of the veterans first. And then after that, the children. These people have went to other countries and fought for us. These freedoms that we allegedly, quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes by the way, have in America were fashioned for us, or we had the ability, or the ability to fashion it for ourselves. I didn't make any laws, but you get the point I'm trying to make. Because veterans put their lives on the line. A lot of them came back, but really didn't come back. So you want to give people who aren't even American citizens more money than you want to give the people who had to watch their friends get blown up and come back half a person. These people y'all be electing are despicable. And right now, I'm not talking about the mayor, because I don't even believe these are things that he wants. I'm talking about Washington. I'm talking about the Biden administration. Our mayor messed up. He made a big mistake. But our mayor cares about law enforcement. I don't care what nobody say. I believe that in my heart. So I believe he cares for people like veterans. I believe that in my heart. I could just imagine how bad it's going to be if Biden wins another term. Because then they won't even have a reason to be nice. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.
You know the coke good when the police get the fiend chills. To me the streets was better when it was flooded with E-pills.
Caught G with 100 bricks, coming back from Greensville. Judge hit him with 60 years, shit don't even seem real.
Death is guaranteed, all we have is free will.
Your man to turn rat in seconds depending how the streets feel.
Gamble with your life, wisdom only come with time, youngin'. Parlay all day, win or lose I keep the line running.
I'm just warming up, give me your second, game is mine. Cause they're scared to do features, cause they know I'ma take the shine from them. Climb the mountain, reach back for my stone and I pulled them up. You can't be a big dog when your whole gang full of mud.
We pouring money in the bank,
they pouring purple in they cups.
Everybody selling dog food but don't feed the pups.
Park it up, we don't do drive-bys, we walk it up.
You attached to who? Your movement don't startle us. We already know who riding like a charter bus.
I'm a bod man, keep me a K, shout out my Charlotte plug. Down south first time shooting that when I caught the rush. Yeah, I done did it all, I done seen it all. If you a lame, gotta pay me for the video shoot. I got it tied and you ain't been in the loop. Laura Mob, all bosses, watch me spin in the coupe. GOC is the army and all the generals shoot.
Let's get to that, nigga.